Welcome! In this interview, I talked to my friend and uni buddy Kirra Womersley about her experience as an elite Australian hurdler and her transition from athlete to retiree. We discussed the mental and physical impacts of elite training and Kirra's top tips for finding a balanced relationship with exercise. Okay, so I have my friend and soulmate, Kirra, with me. Say hey.
Hey.
So this is kind of like my first interview, but basically the point of this is to get people in who are, I guess, like different to me and who I can learn from. So you're probably wondering why the fuck I have you here, us being the same person, but Kirra, as she loves to tell everyone, was an elite athlete.
It's my only personality trait at this point.
It's the only thing she has going for her, but I don't know, it's cool. It's cool, it's
alright.
Different. It's in your Tinder profile, whatever.
Yeah.
Love it. Do you want to give a little intro about yourself?
Sure.
I'm really putting you on the spot, but it's okay.
That's fine. So, yes, I was an elite athlete. The rumours are true. I got into track and field in year 9 of high school, so when I was about 13. And then by year 12, I went to the Commonwealth Youth Games in Samoa, and I competed in the 100 metre hurdles and the 4x100 metre relay. Got silver medals in both at the time, so that was September 2015. I was ranked 9th in the world for hurdles. And then got a scholarship to go to UQ the next year. And I think I'm the only UQ scholarship holder that did never compete for UQ because I retired that year.
Have you got your scholarship still now?
No, I lost
I'll
it.
see you later. That's so funny. So how did you get into hurdles? Sprinting.
Great question. I am a competitive son of a bitch. And I didn't make the athletics team in year 8. Made the swimming and the cross-country team. Can't swim to save myself. Didn't make the track and field team, and they take 10 sprinters from each year level, so it's more impressive to not make it than it is to make it. So next year, bought myself a pair of $30 spikes and rocked up. No one did hurdles. I did acrobatics younger, so I was flexible enough to do hurdles. Won the hurdles. Then we were going to go to nationals with a team for all schools. They said, if you want to come, you need to get a coach. And then that was the coach that took me to the Commonwealth Youth Games. It sort of just fell into it, really.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So when you were at your peak...
Constantly.
You were killing it? Oh, the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, well, when you were at your peak, what was your training like?
Oh, God. Wasn't doing that. I trained Monday through Friday, every afternoon for about 2 hours. On Wednesdays had a gym session before school, and then Saturdays competed, then Sundays trained in the morning and then at night as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. During that time, what was like your relationship with exercise and training? Did you love it? Did you loathe it? Did you enjoy it?
I didn't think of it as, like, I was going to say I didn't think of it as work. It was like a job that I loved. So it was work, but I didn't think of it as work.
Yeah.
But track and field being an individual event, I always stayed in it for the team. It's like you can't do 200 metre repetitions without someone next to you that you can yell at or that you can hug at the end when you're finished. So I kept in it for the team. I didn't mind it. I am pretty strong-willed, so I can push through a lot, and I enjoyed testing myself, but yeah, it was alright.
Mm-hmm. What was sort of like, did it have any impact on your mental health? Do you think, like, training at that level, did you have pressure on you to perform?
At the time, I would say no. Mm-hmm. I thought I was on top of the world, but like, it genuinely was my life, so.
Yeah. And
I was going well. I was just sort of hitting PB after PB. There was nothing for a downfall. After when I, like, had to retire, that's when it really, like, I realised that having it as my only personality trait isn't healthy.
Yeah.
But during it, no. Afterwards, yeah.
Okay. So would you say, like, you kind of struggled to balance that sort of the side of your life with everything else?
Yeah, I mean, I did pretty well. Like, I sort of didn't put as much effort into school as I probably should have. I still ended up exactly where I want to be. Mm-hmm. So that was fine. But I lost a lot of friends in high school. I've only really talked to 1 or 2 girls from high school now.
Yeah.
When I had a really big friend group. But I don't talk to them because in high school they weren't supportive of it. They didn't understand. And that was fine at the time. It helped me.
You didn't care so much?
Yeah, I didn't care so much. And now I have people like you who know that I'm a dickhead and accept me whether I'm a elite athlete or Currently not.
Elite athlete or not, I will be friends with you. I can assure you.
I should put that in my Tinder bio.
Quote from me. I'll vouch for you. So why did you retire? I love that you said retire because you're so young. It's like, yeah, I really hung up the boots.
I really did. I quit while you're ahead, you know.
Yeah, before anything went downhill.
Pretty much. It was like, well, it's going really well. Just let's stop. No, I actually first year of university probably was the first time that I don't want to say I didn't work in high school, but like I didn't work as hard. I was definitely someone who worked smarter, not harder. And first year university, like first year, well, our first year is hell. Like, it sucks.
It's a real rude shock, isn't it?
Yeah, and it was the first time I had to work. I was managing, like, trying to juggle my first serious relationship, and my body couldn't handle it. And I got glandular fever, and then that turned into chronic fatigue syndrome, and I just, like, my heart rate wouldn't go above, below, 140 at training.
Yeah, okay.
And I found it hard, like, physically and mentally hard to do just, 60-meter repetitions. And if I wanted to keep, my body couldn't do it. I went and had to see, cardiologists, respiratory specialists, and everyone was like, there's something wrong, we just don't know what.
Right.
And I was just out for so long doing tests that, and my body is still shit.
Yeah, still kind of reaping the...
Yeah. But I wouldn't be in EP if I hadn't gotten sick, so...
Yeah, okay. So I guess you can see it. It's a bit of a blessing.
Silver lining to everything, I guess.
Yeah. So was it someone telling you, you should stop? Or were you just kind of it's kind of gone?
Yeah, a bit of both. I hadn't taken a break. I didn't want to break, but then it's you don't realise how much you need something until you take it.
Yeah.
And so then when
So it was kind of like a forced break that sort of opened your eyes a little bit?
Yeah, opened my eyes, if I could have gone back to it, I would have, but then, as I was saying before, it was such a team sport that by the time I would have gone back to it, which my body wouldn't be able to handle, still wouldn't be able to handle, the level that I was at. But by the time I was going back, the squad was completely different that I was training with, and so the whole, I was saying, it didn't feel like work. It started to feel, because I've tried to go back 2 or 3 times, but it started to feel like work because those same people weren't around me, and my body also, I could have pushed through it, but you just sort of get to the point where it's what's the point if I'm not?
Yeah. Do you miss it now?
Yeah, some days. I coach. I have been a track and field coach since I left high school, and it's really interesting. I find it really fun. I feel like that mum who lives vicariously through her kids when I coach, but I coach at all boys and all girls schools, and I enjoy that, and I get the same gratification even when they don't succeed, but just the fact that I coach how I enjoyed being coached. And
yeah, that's cool.
Just sort of I think that's what's kept me from really, really missing it. If I didn't coach, I think I would have crashed and burned and
yeah,
probably dropped out of uni.
Probably true. Yeah, I guess if what you loved about it in the first place was the sort of the family, the group atmosphere, you still have that. Yeah. It wasn't about getting the golds. Or a tiny bit about getting the golds.
Well, it never was. When I went overseas, I was lucky to make that team.
Yeah.
When I made it, my family was like, excuse me? You're not that good.
Are you sure? Should you double check?
Are you sure? Are you sure they're not meaning someone else? And I remember, posting it on my social media and everyone being like, oh my god, we didn't even know. We knew you did track and field. We knew it was your life, but we didn't know you were, actually okay at it. And then went over there, I think I got interviewed by some, small newspaper. And in that I was like, yeah, I'm just really, if I can make the finals, that would be, A-okay with me.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And then got over there and made the finals. I was, seeded 7th out of 8.
Right.
But I ran a PB in my heat. I just was just getting better time and better time. So when I came second, everyone was like, I got, in the 13 seconds, but I almost did a 0.7 second PB, which in a 100-meter sprint is
hi girl, come say hey.
Hello.
It's alright, you can come in this. What was your best time? Do you know?
It would have been the games, which would have been, I can't remember exactly, 13.27, 13.37, something. Low 13.
The
Hurdles, and then 100-meter sprint was 11.98.
Damn girl, I feel like I'm lucky to run under a 15.
I mean, same at this point.
Yeah, you really haven't timed in ages. Too depressing.
Yeah.
So what's your kind of typical training like now? Or probably before Pre-pandemic, what was your training like, and what has it been for the last
Is this
couple
what you
years?
want me to answer like I answered the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
alright.
was perfect. I should have been recording that actually.
So when my body didn't want to exercise, I found it really hard to do scheduled exercise
Yeah.
because what got me out of track and field was scheduled exercise. My body couldn't handle it, and I struggled with that for a really long time. I just wasn't, if something was goal orientated like track and field was, I just didn't want it. So I started to find other ways and other things that were like I couldn't set a goal, like, because everything that I did, all I knew was set a goal. So I started doing things like rock climbing, like skateboarding, just things that are a bit outside of the box, and like going for a run just when I feel like it, not going anywhere, just running to explore and things like that, where I literally can't set a goal because I don't have a plan. Because if there was a goal to be set, like if I was going to the gym, like I'd be like, well, I used to be able to squat 100 kilos, now I can only do 40, this is shit. But so like at the gym I started more working on movement patterns and like hand balancing and things like that like you can't physically set an end goal to, because that was just
you can't make the Australian team. Well, I guess you can. Skateboarding or something.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a skater chick now.
You did drop an insane amount of money on that skateboard.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
For someone who didn't have a job, yeah, I did.
That lost all your jobs.
Four jobs, no jobs. Let's buy something really expensive.
I love it. No, yeah, that's really cool actually. I'd never thought, until you said that the other day, I've like never thought about that, like not setting a goal at all. Because my advice is always set performance-based goals over aesthetic-based goals. But yeah, I guess if you are struggling with that and coming back from being an athlete, you kind of got to just do it for the enjoyment. Yeah.
Especially doing something at uni where I live by a Bible that says just move, and then I didn't for about a year.
Yeah.
It was hard, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's cool though, because like you've gone through it, you can kind of help other people get to that place, which is cool. Do you have, I guess, any tips for finding like a healthy relationship with exercise?
Great question. When I figure it out, I'll let you know.
Yeah, we can have a bit of a wine break.
But I think just like circling back to what I said, like doing something because you love it, and like you would have heard it, I've heard it. People are like, well, I don't like exercising. Like skateboarding's not exercising, but like I sweat and I work muscles that I didn't know that I had when I skateboard. Like doing things that you enjoy, and if you are having incidental movement at the same time, like that's more than. And you like, as much as your physical health is really important, your mental health is a primary feeder into that. And if you can take care of yourself, you can build upon it from there.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, that's all my questions. Thanks so much.
You're so welcome.
It was so fun, actually. Cheers.
You're welcome.
And cut.